Hi, in this video we're going to talk about the variation of C language. It's called C++. All the C variations are very powerful. There is the C language and C++. There is C pound, which is called C sharp. We'll talk about it later. In this video we'll talk about C++. It's an extension of C language. It's mostly used for games, developing game applications, game development. Before learning this C++, I would advise everyone to check my other C language videos. So this will be easier, Check my other JavaScript, HTML too. It's all a beginner level now. Okay, let's talk about C++. It's an object-oriented language. Everything is considered as objects. In relational database, we talk about tables, rows, columns. In object-oriented world, everything is objects, entities, attributes. And this is one of the examples for a C++. In C language, we do not use objects. That's the difference between C and C++. Objects, then classes are used in C++. So it's like Java. Java has objects and classes. This is the syntax. # include IO stream means input output stream. So it's going to link some functions, input and output functions. This is the syntax for C++. It's a little different, the syntax, The hash include is same. In there we have stdio.h in C language. That is standard input output. That header file will have a ton of function definitions which we'll use in the C program. Likewise, C++ we have IO stream. The name is different. Using namespace std, it's the syntax. Integer, this is the main function, same like C language. And this is cout, means print. There we have, in C language we have printf statement. Here cout, relational operator. I want to print the message C++ for games. Return 0, same like C language. It's a very simple C++. When you execute this program using C++ compiler, this is the output, C++ for games. This is another program. Let's move on to here. The current version of this C++ is C++ 23. That is the latest version. I would advise you to be on the latest version so that the bug fixes will be there, and always look for the latest version of any software. Let's talk about what is C++, why do we use it? It is extension to C language. It's the same, the common thing is supports multiple platforms, Windows, Linux, Mac operating system. And I always stress the importance of the memory and storage allocation. And this one also I would stress, C++ memory handling is more or much better than C language. That's why one of the reasons we use C++. The code can be reused, reusability of the code. It supports objects and classes. C language doesn't have objects. And as any language, or you need to have a text editor to write the code. And how it's compiled, it's using GCC compiler to convert the program to the machine code. Any program you write, something has to be in between to convert to machine code which computer can understand. It says zeros and ones. How do we develop is, nowadays we have the IDE. We have put the code in the text editor and save it as a file name .cpp. C language files are .c, Java files .java, JAVA, PHP files .php. And This is the IDE, Integrated Development Environment. It's a collection of environment to make the development easy for any language. Some of the commonly used for C++ is called Visual Studio. So there is another thing called Visual C++. Eclipse is another development environment. There is Blocks. There you can download from codeblocks.org. And there's an option to omit we saw an example here using namespace. You can omit this namespace. So this example program is using the namespace, actually using it. You can omit this part, in the code. So this is the program without the namespace keyword. So when you write a lot of 1,000 lines of code, when you reduce the lines, it's better, for execution of the program. It will be easy for the compiler. And later it will execute faster. So here you can see the same hash include IOStream integer main function. Main is actually a function. In C language also main is a function. So any compiler will look for where to start the program. It will look for this keyword main. Okay, then we have to execute whatever is here and branch from here to other places. And here you can see I have omitted the using namespace std. So syntax is a little different. You're saying std : cout relational operator. This is the message, omit namespace. So output will be omit namespace, return 0. So we saved one line of code. You write like 30 programs, that's 30 lines you are saving. Or the same program, you're using multiple times, multiple functions, nested functions. Nested means one inside the other, like the nested loops, if then. Nested functions is one function inside the other. It's very common to have nested functions and nested parameters too. We'll discuss later about it in several examples. And what is COUT? It's an object. In C++, COUT is an object to print stuff. In PHP, we have echo statement. C language, we have printf statement. Actually, printf is a function. I talked just now about nesting a function, right? So main is a function. In C language, you'll have a printf. So printf function is inside the main function. And this is the relational operator used. And you can use many COUT statements. Like if you want to print a lot of stuff, you can use many statements. Only difference here is the new line is not in C++. You have to explicitly put /n if you want to print on the next line. Otherwise, everything will be appended, in one line. You have to be careful about that because output is important. In future, we'll talk about different examples of all this. I'm going to put a video comparing all the languages, C, Java, JavaScript, C++, C#, this week. So look for that video. So long. Bye.